Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Omer, and this is my first ever playthrough of Your Turn to Die. And again, I can say this a million and one times. The image that we're opening up on is absolutely insane. Just really harrowing, really hard to look at. A painting of Midori. I'm not a what? Midori. It's like it's a screen. Again, he loves messing with people. 110%. How are you feeling? Anybody die? Another AI, I bet, maybe? No, yeah, a video. I was thinking video call, like a video screen. I observe all the floors. You damn coward, show yourself. Just as dumb as oh no, just as dumb as your brother Rico. I want to win too, you know. How about no? We gotta get rid of this guy. He deserves to go. Bastard, you're really pissing me off. Anyway, do you know something with us? Do you want something with us? Right. I thought I'd give you some advice. Soon enough, I want you all to know. Know what? Oh, just everything. Your lost memories with me, and your lost memories of me. And the reason Asunaru is having you kill each other too, Asunaru. Is that the name of the company? Was that the name of the organization? I think it was the name of the organization, right? Geez, so he's like, he wants us to eventually like realize what's happening here. I wonder if that's just part of it as well. Then say it already, I want a good explanation. It'd be a waste for me to say it. Now, which one is it, Wolf? Didn't I tell you? Discover on your own power. It's alright, I prepared hints. Within the floor, I made a few places that are all rich with memories for all of you. Rich with memories. So we have to remember our past. So there is parts maybe like of our memory that we don't remember. With Midori. Yes, and this murder game, of course, has a time limit as well. Meow? It's until the dummies run out of battery. In other words, it's their lifespan. That is so bad, isn't it? Like, again, we talk about the writing of making us like feel for these kind of like AI consciousnesses. And then like, now you're telling us that basically this game is not only like, you know, tied to them possibly dying if they go like 2 rooms apart, but it's also the fact that like their life itself is a limit, and we have to deal with the fact that like if we don't find it in time, they'll die as well. How many hours do we have? If it runs out with our lives. I've got high hopes for you. Good luck. Now see here. The painting went motionless. They definitely only want to tell us exactly what they want to tell us at any given moment. He's screwing with us. Still, that confirms it. The organization that kidnapped us was Asunaru. Yeah, that was the name that we saw on the laptop, right? Asunaru. Yeah, I remember this as well. The orphanage was named Asunaru too. Is there a connection after all? Who knows? Was there anything dubious about it? I don't know. Everybody was real friendly, I mean it. You wouldn't want to think about it. That good people around you might have been involved in this death game. Let's search. There are hints somewhere on this floor. That's right. It's time for action, not worrying. Kana wants to know too. Midori seemed to know So after all. Yeah. Again, they do have that connection to So. They have the scarf as well. So also reacted when he saw him as well. And of course, Kana cared the most for So, even though like we all grew to care about So, right? 110%. She definitely did like grow the most, like, you know, close to So as well, for sure. Painting of So with a wide smile. So, I wonder why this painting is here. Kana wish you could have seen him like this. That's the thing, man. Because again, this was inside of him. We know this was. There was a good person inside of So. We know this, right? And that's why it's so hard now to like deal with this, because it's like I would desperately like Kana would have loved to spend time with the So that we knew at the end of all of this. You know, the So that like revealed everything to us, that showed how desperately sad they were about all this as well. How they actually did care about Kana, and how they did care about Sarah's feelings when they realized they got it wrong with Sarah as well. I feel like it's one of those things where like, yeah, like not it's not me going like, oh, the game sucks or whatever. It's me saying like that I wish I got to, you know, spend more time. And again, you could say, well, Calvin, you picked So to die, so that's probably like why you're not getting time with So. 100% accurate, which is why I want to go back and also do the other sections with So as well to see how that goes, if people are into that as well. But I think in this timeline, this is the timeline that we are in right now. We were intentionally, story-wise, like it's an intentional thing to rob you of like this amazing wide smile, because by the end of the story, we got to know a So that cared. That cared all along, but we just didn't realize, of course, because they didn't realize their true feelings towards these people as well and couldn't express them properly and all these things in between, you know? Yeah, and Kana got very close as well. You know what I mean? It's one of those situations where like he did that for Sarah in the end as a peace offering for all the stuff that happened 110%. He always cared about Kana. They did a really good writing job of like making us know that he also cared about Gin. He did care, but we didn't get to see this version of So in this timeline. So it's just one of those things. Writing wise, it's very powerful, right? The fact that this version of So, the smile on the face here, we never truly got to like hang out with, you know? Oh, maybe we can just move on. Oh, so we can't. It just leads to, so maybe we just we can go to the ring area again or the elevator thing again. Do we have to do anything else here? I think we looked at all the paintings, right? I guess we just needed the information here as well. I want to say as well, like, this is legit just like, I said it last time, it's legit one of the best games I played on the channel. It's so freaking good. So memorable. It will be remembered forever. Elevators?
How far did these go, Meow? They don't seem to be working.
So these elevators aren't working out. Great artwork as usual. The doors are firmly shut. They can't be opened by force. They can. It says 4. So maybe it's like a 4th floor, maybe? Like maybe there's like a way to get, there's another thing past here as well. Let's go here, I guess. Oh, it's like lockers?
Is this a locker room, Meow?
Shady place, I tell you what. Careful searching here, Sarah.
Right.
Yeah, it's an interesting, there's like a mark on the ground. There's a black stain on the floor. Did something drip onto the spot? So there's blood on the top. Oh my god. So is it dried blood or something? There's a red stain in the ceiling. Is that a blood stain? How do you get, is it from above? There's no, like, I mean, like the floor above, I mean, no doubt about it. Why on the ceiling? Why is the blood on the ceiling? Dunno, but it's not dripping now, so it's dried. It probably got cleaned up, and plus some time has passed.
What happened in this room, Meow?
Again, we're constantly reminded of how, like, the fact that, again, it's any person in this situation, adult or kid, is going to be traumatized by this. We're constantly reminded that we have like Kana and Gin with as well, and Sarah, who is a kid too, right? We're constantly reminded of like what we're witnessing here. You know, it's horrible. I'm betting on some trap or another already activated in here. Did someone come to this room? And quite some time ago at that. The first trial, maybe? Was this room for use for first trial? Could be. Despite that, the dummies aren't really showing any reaction to it. I was thinking it was one of them, but yeah, surely they'd be startled to see the room they died in.
I don't want to be here.
Yeah, it's not a nice place to be at all. A locker is open, nothing inside. So I guess we can click on the one's locker's open, nothing inside. Locker's open, nothing inside. Let's do like a mad click around the place as well. We can click on the bloodstain, but I don't know if that's going to give us anything. The red stain on the ceiling. KG said this bloodstain was cleaned up some time ago. Yeah, so, but the black stain on the ground, or that seems like they didn't clean it up very well, right? Because blood does congeal and turn a different color. I don't think it turns black, but it turns very much darker over time. I guess we can't do anything here right now. This music's so good. Oh, protrusion-like shelves. I wonder if there's something on these? Maybe. Okay. Let's go back to here for a moment then, I guess. Oh, we never were here. Oh, sorry. I thought we were here. We were in the middle place. Yeah. I wonder what this place is. It's such a cool design. I think it's the bathroom.
Kind of shady, Meow. I don't want to go in, Woof.
Holding it in is bad for your health. But we don't have anywhere to go anywhere, so lucky us.
Don't say stuff that's hard to respond to. You're making it awkward. Honestly, these dolls have earned to say whatever they want. They've gone through just as much. No, they have gone through just as much crap as we have in terms of their consciousness, right? Their memories. The door is firmly shut. It won't open.
That's not good.
Sucks for the humans. Why are we making this an us versus you thing? There's a symbol that looks like people. Is it a bathroom? It's like two people holding hands. Wait, is it like a room where like two people can go in? Like you have to go in with your partner? You done searching here? I guess so. Yes, I don't see anything else of note. In that case, it means we searched all the rooms on the floor map. Damn it, Dory, he wasn't nowhere. This is the most adorable sprite for Kana, by the way.
There are a few places we couldn't go to. What should we do?
Hey, just an idea, but maybe we could split up and search in pairs.
We've seen all the traps in the rooms. More efficient than searching as a big group, right? This is interesting to me because, no. Because I get what he's saying. He's so correct, but I just don't want to leave Gin with like a random person. I don't want to leave Kana with a random person. I think we should do it not in pairs, but in quads. You know what I mean? I think Gin should come with us as well. I think Kana should go with like KG and someone else as well. Like I just, and again, it's not that I know like we have to trust these. It's not about lack of trust. It is kind of like, I think we should be weary of anybody else in this game that just arrived in this game, even if there are an AI consciousness. But it's like, it's one of those things when it comes to like, you know, this, and I'm specifically targeting Kana and Gin here because it's a young kid and it's a young kid, right? Of course, 100%. Like I'm never going to be, even if it's like the nicest person in the world and we just met them and they're lovely, I think it's totally fair to be like, well, regardless of that, I don't need this little, you know, this little dude going off with this random person and also like this young girl also going off with some random person. I think it's like the baseline amount. And you can say, well, that's paranoia, but I think like in real life, I think it's going to be okay as well to be like, hey, maybe we should all stick together. You know what I mean? And also in the game as well, I think it's also okay to be like, hey, maybe everyone should be in like a quad. You know what I mean? But I think they're going to go with separate two groups. You get what I'm saying? You know, it's like, I know it's the name of the game, but like sending Gin off like with just a random person and sending Kana off with a random person just doesn't make sense. I have 100% faith in both those kids, but it's also the fact that they're kids, you know? And Sarah's a kid too, but I also think we're playing as Sarah, so at least we can actively, as players, try to protect Sarah, you know what I mean? He's right, and we do have a time limit. We should all stay together. So is this not, can we just choose? No, splitting up is dangerous, we should move as a group. Sarah, you got a minute? Yes. KG got close to my ear. Just a feeling I've been getting, but I think there's someone. Yeah, I agree. I thought it was the guy with the tie was acting a bit shady, but maybe it's just because he called us out and like cursed us before. But I don't know if he cursed us or he just said like, you know, he was upset that we were like one of the main people in the game, that we had to do everything. He said something about us at that time. There's somebody acting shady among them. Who is it? I can't pin that part down. Hard to get a hold of their actions in the big group. So won't you let the pair split off? One-on-one makes it easy to watch them. I just don't like Gin and Kana going off. Like, they should be a quad. But all of us have gone through hell after hell. On our way here, it'll be okay. I just don't agree with them. Some will be acting separately. Kana has to go with this person. I don't agree with that, Kana. I don't. Too bad I'm not good. I'm no good at babysitting either. I'm good with you, Kana. Who knows what? I'm going with you, Kana. Okay, there we go. Who knows what this guy will pull? So what? Her annoying big sister or a package deal? Dude, you're making it more apparent that yes, she does need to be with someone else right now. Damn, what a pest. Alright, let's go, Sarah. Right. So, do you think that's actually happening where Kana's going off with Reiko as well? Like, again, I'm not going to ever apologize for being, like, paranoid about this stuff. While, I instantly have a feeling where I'm like, I want to make sure that these AI consciousness are also okay, because they've also been through stuff and they're also victims in this situation too. It's totally reasonable, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that to be like, I'm still worried about Gin and Kana, right? Specifically, I think the other characters can and would defend themselves a lot better, and that's not me doubting Kana and Gin, it's me just saying that they are a little girl and a little boy. That's what I'm saying here. The large gate is shut fast, it's locked maybe? Yeah, I'd never apologize for that, like, you know, 100%. And it's not even like being, you know, people might be like, you can't live life being that suspicious. And it's like, I feel like for a lot of, like, especially for, like, you know, young girls and, you know, kids, it's like, you know, you'd forgive them for being, like, overly suspicious on the baseline so they can protect themselves, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, if young girls kind of like, you know, hey, like, you know, I don't trust any random dude in the street. It's like, yeah, like, that's not gonna hurt. Like, that's not gonna hurt my feelings. If it's like, oh, I didn't trust this dude. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Even if they could be the nicest person in the world, it's like, yeah, protect yourself, 110%. It just makes sense. This is so cool seeing them all randomly pair off, though. Like, I love when they do this type of thing where, like, they have them, like, very much like a part of this world. You can see it here as well, like, where, like, they're kind of looking at the photos. He's sitting down in the chair. It's kind of cool. Makes me sleepy looking after a kid in an art gallery. Go ahead and snooze. We'll leave you behind. Oh, scary. When I think about it now, I feel like I could become a demon. When I think about it now, I think I'll become a demon. I'm gonna have revenge. We gotta do this. that's very normal, it feels like, right? To be like, I could do, right now I could kill someone, or what happened to now? She's looking directly at the now photo. That's totally understandable. And of course it would be understandable.
Midori told us to get our memories back, didn't he? Were our memories erased, I wonder?
It's probably something to do with that. Normally that'd be inconceivable, but Saflin did have that machine. Yes, you're so right, Sarah. So I guess it's not impossible. You were so correct. Yeah, I didn't even think about that for a second. That machine that helped us like erase part of our trauma with Joe, part of our memories with Joe. Who's Reiko paired off with again? Is it Anzu? I forget who Reiko's paired off with. Buttons do nothing. Is it not powered? Wait, is it not powered? Do we need to like connect the cord again or something? Or no, it was already connected, right? So why about here again? This is such a crazy pairing. They actually look like besties already. Like for some reason, they already look like besties. You know?
Just in case, be sure to do a thorough check of the unopened lockers too.
Be a little more wary of dangerous traps, would you?
Of course, I don't want to be destroyed.
How you guys' endurance anyhow? Are you sturdier than us? No idea. Don't even want to test either. That's so understandable. It's like, yeah, I could be like Terminator, but I don't want to try it. If only they made us some sort of super alloy, then there'd be no worry about dying.
I wouldn't want to be all stiff. I mean, look at my skin all soft. Please, Sarah, go ahead and touch my cheek.
You're quite adorable. You are quite adorable. Touch, give. Yeah, okay. Like it's like one of those things. I feel like between. Right? Am I like I'm not wrong to say that like I've had that before where like where guy friends have been like, oh my god, I'm using this new moisturizer, touch my face, and you'd be like, oh man, whoa. So I don't think it's that weird, right? At all. Well, I suppose.
Go ahead.
My cheek was soft as humans. Amazing, I can't even see her as a doll. Right, it's not weird, right? Especially if someone's like, oh, you touch my... It's up to you then if you want to do with them. It's like, oh, you touch my cheek. I'm using a new moisturizer. I'm using this, like, I feel my hands. They're so soft, aren't they? I'm using a new product. Yeah.
Now, how about your cheek, Sarah?
So soft. Now the skin of a teenager.
Okay. Well, Sarah didn't ask you to touch her cheek. I think we'd be better... just a little longer? I think we'd better. She was trying to say, like, let's move on. Now I think about it, we won't age or get sick anymore either.
Now isn't that just the best? Being a doll's not so bad, actually.
What a positive mindset. She does have a very positive mindset. For me personally, though, like as a teenager, I had a lot of fears about growing up. Like it was like because the thing was like you're having like the time of your life, and like I feel like maybe it's rare or maybe it's not rare, but I feel like you don't really think about growing up when you're a teenager. But you have those moments like once per year where you're like, man, time is going by really fast. You know what I mean? And like you get scared. Of course you get scared a little bit. But then like you go back to having fun like 2 seconds later. But one of the things I would always say, like, these guys are like, I don't get to grow up. Yeah, growing up is terrifying, but also there are a lot of pains ahead, but there's a lot of like joys ahead. And like if you decide like the best parts of your life are behind you, like you're gonna miss out on so many amazing things. I know it's easier said than done for people who are like who are going through hard times. I get people all the time, commenting being like, your videos make me it made it easier to go through this difficult time. And that to me is like a beautiful thing when I hear people like, saying that. I mean, that's not me being like, really arrogant. I'm just saying like it's I get a common rarity where people are like, oh yeah, like I watched your series when I was troubled. I'm so glad I could be help you on your journey to getting better, because it was all you, but I was just like the background to that as well. But yeah, like I think there's a lot of stuff in life that you'll miss out on, to be honest. Being with Maya is getting me down sometimes. Do you not like pairs? Don't get flirty, please. I don't think Gitaro like would. Do you not like being paired with Mai? Ain't like that. Mai doesn't seem like bad people. It's just I wish we met all normal. Like it's tough at time. Like I get what he's saying. We just went through something really, really horrific. So like we didn't get to like meet these characters in like as we normally would. It must be hard to switch between on and off. Yeah, I totally get that. I totally get what Gitaro's saying there as well. Because I said kind of the same thing where like they did a good job of instantly like endearing us to these characters. I believe that, like in terms of us as people, but like for these characters, these are all very much new people, strange people, and while we like them quite a bit, I imagine like it is kind of very difficult to like get to know them like at this stage, and to accept them as well. Like the acceptance of them is another big thing as well, because they have a situation where it's like we have the death of our friends on our mind already, and now we have to deal with like a whole thing where we have to like introduce new characters to our life as well. The door is firmly shut. This symbol has me curious. Like, and you're also not gonna be susceptible to like maybe new people so quickly in your personal life if you just lost people, you know what I mean? And while we are endeared to these characters very quickly, obviously you have to always understand we have to put ourselves in the shoes of the characters. Is this really a bathroom? It's what it looks like at a glance. But the door won't open. If it were a bathroom, it'd be blocked off. If it were a bathroom, it'd be blocked off? You have a point. Hold on, this symbol. Looks like they're holding hands. Do we have to hold hands? That's what I was thinking. I think it's like saying we have to like hold hands with Ranmaru. Maybe it's a clue for how to open the door? Held Ranmaru's hand. Whoa, it is that. So we have to go in together? Whoa, why? Sure enough, the symbol was a hint. This might be a room meant for two people to enter together. That makes sense. Seriously, you're sharp, Sarah. You're too tense, Ranmaru. You'll waste your battery trembling like that. Oh, he's trembling? That's actually kind of cute. And whose fault is that? That is kind of cute. That's adorable. That is adorable. Because that's like so like innocent and sweet, you know what I mean? A girl holds your hand and you're kind of like, ah. That's adorable. The door is open. Should I go in? Yes, we definitely should see what's in here as well. Let's go. Once we enter, we have to deal with whatever's inside alone. Got to be prepared. Right. Whoa. Very pink room. What is this place? It's an awfully fluffy room. Fluffy's a good way to describe it. Fluffy's a great way to describe it. Good day. Hey, who are you? Is that pancake and syrup on your head? What is that? Who are you? Please take it easy. Get away, Sarah. It's an obstructor. An obstructor? I'll get some tea. What is up? Is this character like more pixelated to you guys? Like, she's an attacking. Is she not an enemy? I don't know. Let's search before she returns. Let's wait obediently. I kind of want to like, we can search before she returns, but I kind of would like to see who she is as well. But anyway, let's search this room before she gets back. She's an interesting character, right? Just asking us if we want tea. A bright red book. On the back it says, please return on time. Is this a borrowed book? A comfortable sofa. The whole room has this nice smell. A fluffy bed. Sure feels like a girl's room. I mean, this is a lot different from my room. A compact dresser. Should I open it? Well, that's the thing. I think people who have probably never been in a girl's room definitely see this as like, you know, maybe like, oh, the girl's room's all sweet smelling and nice and has fluffy things everywhere. And sometimes it can be, right? Everyone's different. But like, it's like, it's very like, it's almost like a caricature of what a girl's room could be in like a cartoon, right? Or something. Open a drawer. Paintbrushes and paints. Okay. Obtain a paintbrush and paints.
What are you doing? If you want that, you can have it. Anyway, here's your tea.
Thank you. Hey, are you not an obstructor?
Oh, no, I'm not an obstructor, but I don't like to fight.
I am an instructor. Obstructor, but I don't like to fight. Okay.
I like to listen to people talk here. This is the discussion room.
Discussion room?
Sarah, you've always been with your allies. You never had time to think for yourself, right? Take another look at your feelings. Speak the truth, and you can sort it out with your mind. Sort out your mind.
The truth. This tea is good. Doesn't seem poisoned. You tried it out? Thank you. So Ranmaru's drinking it too. Drink the tea, don't drink the tea. Drink the tea, don't drink the tea. This is... I feel like not drinking the tea is just like... It's just... She's really laying on the pressure. Okay, we have to drink it. Okay, that's fair enough. We'll try it one more time, but if we don't... Yeah, okay. Okay, that's fair enough. I'm not upset by the way, like, that's, again, as I always talk about, like, the idea of, like, small things, like, don't bother me like that. Like, the whole thing of, like, oh, I can't actually choose. It's like, yeah, like, illusion of choice has been a thing in games since, like, the beginning of time. And, like, it never bothers me because I played so many games where, like, I play RPGs where, like, characters would be like, how about I join you with your group and we can work together? And I'll be like, no. Huh, you don't understand. Like, I really want to go with your group. And you'll be like, I'm okay. You don't understand. You know, it's like I play games. It doesn't bother me. It's a small thing. I you know, it was probably smart not to drink the tea, but like we were drinking now. I took a sip of tea. I was able to just relax a little. Always with my allies, huh? Maybe she was right. I'd hardly have the time to think calmly to myself. because I knew if I showed such an opening, despair would fill my heart. But it's different right now. There's no one here. I want to escape with everyone. Let's go. Sure enough, I want to escape with everyone. I was tormented by hallucinations of Joe, but that wasn't really it. That was my own voice. I was having Joe say thoughts I was suppressing. This is factual. Yes, I'm glad she's come to terms with this so badly. This has been what's been happening since the start. She was putting a personality on Joe that wasn't his personality.
Victory is on the line, right?
I like her. Maybe it's like intentional that her design is like, and not in a bad way, but it's not like pixelated in terms of like low res. It has a very interesting like pixelated design to it, you know, that feels almost like it's like within the video game world rather than it is. I mean, maybe that's because she's an obstructor, you know, for sure. Really cool design though. Victory?
Only one person can survive. Then the death game will end. Such a scary thing.
Wait a sec. So only one person can survive this game after all?
Yeah. 6 people left. The decision is near. It might even be within the day.
That's terrifying. Inconceivably, we won't sacrifice anyone else. Well, you know. Can you kill Midori? I can't sympathize with a lowlife like that, but when I see somebody moving around, I guess I can't help but see it as human. This is not again, like, as much as like Midori is absolutely awful, and again, I won't feel bad when Midori dies after all this because of all the stuff that he said and all this, you know what I mean? Like 100%, like, and it's very clear they're not right in their mind and they're very dangerous. But what Ranma is saying is something I always believe is very, very true, which is like, even if someone's like absolutely horrible, put yourself in the shoes of these characters. How hard is it to do that, you know? Because again, I always scoff again, as I always say, when people like will react to games where like someone will kill like a super bad guy. And yes, we can always put our hands up and go, he deserved it, right? He deserved to die. But like, there's also this thing where like, someone will go, why is Tony crying after he killed this bad guy? It was a bad guy. Man up, Tony. And it's like, well, Tony killed a living person. Regardless of how evil they are, that is difficult. That is hard to do. That shouldn't be easy. It shouldn't be something in your head that like is like, oh yeah, whatever, do it. It's like, put yourself in their shoes. That's not an easy thing to do. We're sitting on our couch. You know what I mean? We're sitting on our chair. I'm sitting in my chair right now playing this game. I can kill him. I don't know. I'll say I don't know right now. We don't have to make any rash decisions. I don't know. I don't know, but I'm going to end this death game. Sarah.
What about you, Ranmaru?
Huh?
Are you a pair for the objective's sake? Or are you partners?
She seems to be like trying to like bring thoughts up to the surface, right? It seems like that's what she's trying to do. I love that she has like a freaking maple syrup, like, or I guess even just syrup, like bow tie as well.
You can get another look at yourselves too. Come back sometime, both of you. Because this is the place to find yourself.
I'm exhausted. Yeah, emotionally exhausted probably. So I think maybe that's what she's trying to do, to find yourself. She asked us to like to talk about the death game. We even thought about the idea of like, can we kill this guy in the end as well? Ranmaru was talking about, is he like just someone, is he actually like his own person, or is he just like here for us? Light shines through the window. That is actually actual sunlight though. Yeah, for sure. You're so correct. You're so correct, Ranmaru. Ranmaru's my buddy. Sarah, can we talk for a sec? Always. Let's head back first. I'm a little tired. No, it's important. It has to be now. Tell me. I'm not doing the professing your love thing. All right, tell me. Right, you see, there's a person from Asanaru in our midst. Who? I'm thinking this is special info only I have. Asanaru, in other words, there's someone who's part of the kidnappers. Oh my god, that's so scary. One of our survivors? Or one of the, oh, that's one of the survivors. That would be even more scary. Is it one of the survivors? All I know is there's a human. So one of these, somebody here is either one of the dolls is a human and they're pretending to be a doll, or it's one of the survivors. The dummies are dolls, so if you think about it, wait, so it is you. So he's just saying like it has to be one of like us then. No way. What? I'm thinking with Keiji, Kana, Reiko. One of them might be from Asana. If it's Kana, I just die. Like, I just die. Not that, like, I wouldn't be sad about Reiko, but it's just, like, Kana's, like, our, like, at this point, like, everybody's little sister, you know? I can't conceive of it. Sorry for troubling you, when that was the only way time I could say it. Right. I don't know you at all, Sarah, but being just a pair, I kind of don't like it. Being just a pair, I kind of don't like it. Sarah, just one more thing. Nah, sorry. It's nothing. Okay. So interesting enough, like I think that like he actually is being very, very honest with us. I don't sense like any kind of like badness from Ranmaru whatsoever. And the fact that like one of these characters could be from the because there's so little of us left, it becomes more and more inconceivable that someone could be that, right? That someone could be the trader. Now again, as I said, I genuinely do think that there is still a possibility that it could be one of the dummies who's like pretending to be a dummy. Like, you know, you never know, right? You never know. But like if it is one of us, then that's a whole different story as well. Yeah. And when he says being just a pair, I kind of don't like it. I wonder if that's him saying like, I don't like just being another part of a pair. Like I want to be myself as well. Maybe. We'll see how that works out anyway as well. So let's head out here again. Let's go to here, I guess. Oh, that counts as this room now. Okay, fair enough. That makes sense. This door? No one at the door. What about the boxing ring? Anyone at the boxing ring? There are 4 posts in the corner. Let's try this room. No one here? Because like I'm thinking something might have changed, right, as we go through here. Let's try the locker room. Anything change with you guys? Do your best. Your life depends on it. Right, of course I'm gonna focus.
Master, won't you give me a piggyback ride to check the upper ones?
She's very, very funny. Here? Ah, there's more characters here. Perfect. Okay, KG's begin. That's all I wanted. Again, and again, I know it's like one of those things where it's like, can we trust KG fully as well? After all that news, maybe not. But here's the thing. Now we're suspicious of everything, right? Apart from like maybe Gin and it's not that I'm suspicious of Reiko. It's just that like, you know, in my head, I can't even conceive of being Reiko either. I like it. It's one thing. Could you conceive KG being a part of the organization? Like, maybe you could say it's just biased because he's a kind of a little bit of a shifty adult, but you know, that could just be a bias.
Despite having leads like a door that won't open, why are we searching a place like this?
Oh, well, KG my boss, so I guess I'll obey him. That's crazy, man. Again, I mean, that's what he's saying. I don't just like being my master. He's like, it's and Sarah, you know, I don't. That's maybe what he meant. Ranmaru. Seems there's a lot of junk lying around here. It's so heavy, it's hard to make out in the dark. Might want to use a moderation searching here. So her name is Hinako, by the way. I just wanted to get her name properly. Hinako. You better be being nice to Gin, or like we will kill you. I found a broken shovel. I think it might be a usable weapon. If it's reinforced, I'll hold on to it. No need. Right, Sarah? Huh? You should take it, right? Why wouldn't we? I think you need to protect yourself. You should take it. See, Miss Sarah says so too. Leave it to me. Really itching to take it for yourself, huh? What's that? You still won't trust me? I don't know, man. I feel like even like if he has a shovel, like is this gonna come back to us later where he's gonna hit me with a shovel?
Get up, Hayasaka. This policeman's got his eye on us.
Cage is being rightfully suspicious. That's what's happening here.
If we can't be trusted, it's over for us.
I know. What a low status we have.
Well, relax. Suit and specs. Whether or not, you've got me. Woof.
Oh, Gin is already taking care of him. Already how encouraging. That's actually kind of adorable. Gin's taking care of him. Should we check everything here as well? Is there anything in the coffin that I'm using?
Hey, suit and specs, stay next to me.
Yeah, I know. It's my role to protect you, right?
What are you talking about? You look weak. I'm protecting you.
Of course, Gin is protecting him. Of course he is. Thank you. That's kind of adorable. So we can't. There's nothing here. Okay, that's very adorable again. There's just some writing on a stone monument. It's interesting, man, because I feel like we've searched almost everywhere, right? I'll follow yours. That'd be fine, right? So let's go back here for a second, maybe. Who's Reiko supposed to be with? By the way. Yeah, where's Anzu? You know? Anzu is the one I'm thinking about right now. Where could Anzu be? You know? What are these doors also closed? Yeah, because Anzu maybe supposed to be with Reiko, I guess. Do we click on this again? Do we put something here? Yeah, that's weird, right? Because like you'd expect to see, like, we haven't seen Anzu once at all. Should we search around here a bit more? Red flowers. Isn't watering flowers a pain? If you have a love, even watering can be fun. Well, see, the thing is, I agree with Sarah in a way. Like, it only becomes a pain when you like see it as a pain, but like it's actually something that can be very like therapeutic and kind of like you can direct like energy to. Like, not like for me personally, I don't believe in the idea of like, you know, like that. I'm not a spiritual person, but I mean in terms of like your actual like physical energy, where you like can go, I'm doing something right now that is helping something else stay alive. And it can be kind of like a really nice thing for your brain, right? It's like you see the benefits. I watered this plant, it grows, and I feel like for people that want to manage something, but maybe don't want to like take care of an animal sometimes too, but want something in the morning that like gives them kind of a reason to kind of go, oh yeah, I'll water this plant. It can be really nice, right? I don't personally have plants, but I do see it that way, you know. I'd love a plant though. I should get a plant. Whole room is this nice smell. Yeah, is there anything where like I'm trying to search and just because again now what I'm looking for is Anzu. Anything here at the doorway? It's locked me. I know I'm probably missing something like yellow poster electrified. I can't even try to hop over. I know we're missing something like it's when we find it, it's gonna be very, very obvious. I know for a fact it's gonna be very, very obvious. Should we check Anzu's coffin? That was my. Hayasaka. Is this Anzu's? This is Anzu's, right? Hinako. This is Anzu's? Ranmaru. Is this Anzu's? Is this... What's... maybe it's like there are different names. That's Anzu's coffin. Yeah, it's Anzu's coffin. Yeah, like I know for like let's try I guess search things more thoroughly. Sorry, I can't see anything. Should we talk to these characters again? If her memory is erased, Kana wants to get them back. Yeah. Is there a painting we haven't looked at? Where is... Technically, Anzu would only have to be 2 rooms over, right? So she can only be either here or here. If she can't be in these rooms, she can only be here or here. Do we need to power the elevator somehow? Yeah, she can only be... Oh, can we plug out this and maybe like it like diverts power or something? It might be a thing where I have to look it up, and you guys know, like, I have no problem looking it up, like, where we have to go next. It doesn't, it's not gonna make me, it doesn't make me, you know, I have no pride in that where I'm like, I can't look something up. I'll always let you guys know as well when I am looking something up. And we don't only have this stuff here as well. They have to, it's so weird, man. They have to be like somewhere, right? Unless we can like activate the elevator somehow. 4? 4's written in the wall, so this is the 4th floor? So this is the fourth floor. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. And they couldn't be here, right? Because... Should we try talking to some of the characters again? Yeah, I don't know. If I have to look up, I have to look up. I'm not gonna be, as I always say, I don't have I don't have that thing where it's like I'm gonna be dishonest with you guys. I'll tell you I looked it up, no problem. Like it's no problem whatsoever. I just can't. I genuinely, okay, as you guys know, if I look up something, I let you guys know right away. And the plan was to look up something as well. It was. And honestly, when I tried to look up something, all I could really find was like the wikis, which the issue with that was I felt like I was probably going to get spoiled for something, like if it was a full-on walkthrough, especially if there's different routes in this game as well that you can do too. It probably was going to have like the multiple different routes, and I didn't want to see that. So I was like, okay, I'll just power through here. And I clicked on every single painting, and there's an unfinished section here, and we just got the paints we got as well from the other room. That makes sense. Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. We didn't have to look it up in the end. That's fine. Let's try painting it. That's perfect. All right, it turned out great. Whoa. Oh, and it turned into a switch. The part I painted opened like a door. Not bad. There must have been a device that reacted to the paint. My efforts painting wasted. Because of the paint, the picture got destroyed. So do we switch on this? I'm guessing it could be the door or the elevator. Okay, this thing could. I was thinking the front gate, but this could be the power for the elevator. Let's switch it on. Very cool. Okay, doesn't seem to have been a trap. Let's check the elevator. Where's Anzu though? Yeah, as I said, like I have no problem saying that like I did get as far as like, okay, the only thing I can really find in terms of like maybe a reputable walkthrough is the wiki, and I was worried about getting spoiled for that, so I was like, okay, maybe I'll just power through. Yeah, 100%. Just being real with you guys, I did try to look it up. 110%. But yeah, didn't get to see anything. The elevator is silent. Has it been activated? Press the up button, press the down button, let's see. It worked. It actually worked. What do we do? We'll just have to call everyone and try it out, sure? All right, let's go get them. So we're gonna go actually like fight, like these are where the most people were, right? Oh, they've all moved. Okay, so everything is advanced now. Okay, that's what it was. We got the paints and we had to like do something with the actual pictures. You guys coming? What, the elevator? Gotcha. The battle's nearing. The battle's nearing. Oh my god, Midori's still so scary there as well.
You got the elevator working?
Once you're looking here, let's assemble.
Okay.
The elevator's been fixed. I'm tired of watching the breath, so I want to get looking for Midori. You're barely doing anything. You're sitting down in a chair. Kana's watching you, buddy. Where's Anzu? Where'd everyone else go, I wonder? Maybe when we transitioned rooms, they all went to the elevator room? Possibly? Yeah, because they're not here anymore, so I'm imagining they are like at the elevator room or somewhere else in some cases, yeah. Let's try the locker room if they're not there. Oh, hey Sarah. Keiji, so you're here? Yep, since Gin was getting eager. I'm the leader, so I've got to search hard and keep my subordinate in check. Hell yeah, Gin. Gin, your subordinate? That's me. We've fallen quickly into an inverted relationship. He's your boss. Respect him. Hayasaka. So have you learned anything?
Not a thing.
Well, come to the elevator. We got it working. That's our Sarah. I'll be there. I mean, Sarah's always very proactive with that stuff, right?
Student Specs, you come along too.
You tell him again. You tell him. Right, wait for me. I hear a click near my feet. I stepped on something? What did we do? What did we do? Guys, again, this is one of those situations where I feel like I should grab the mouse. Do you guys think that? Do you think I should grab the mouse? Because it feels like it's gonna be like a game or something, or like an escape thing or something. Like we just act. Okay, I'm grabbing the mouse. I'm grabbing the mouse. I ain't ashamed. I know what this game does. I know what this game does. Okay, let's go. I got the mouse.
Student Specs, are you floating? What just happened?
Oh my god! What? Student Specs, what's going on?
What's this trap?
We have to save him. What do we do? What? Oh, it's okay. Okay, it's not just it's not a mini game where we need the mouse. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But we can use the mouse anyway. It doesn't really matter too much.
Cat, Breed, what is this?
Student Specs. What this trap?
Calm down. Stay calm. Hayasaka's hanging from the ceiling. So we have to see what everyone else will do here as well. Okay, these are fun mini games, but again, someone's getting choked.
There's no way to deal with this. There's nothing we can do.
No, we're definitely not going with. Oh my god, the smile on her face. Jesus.
Maybe we should step on the floor switch again.
Let's see what everyone else has to say. First, let's observe and see what's going on here. So we have observation. What about you, Gin?
I must be getting pulled by thin wires. We just have to untie them.
I don't know. What should we do? Let's go with Keiji and observe what's happening to them for now, right? Let's see what's happening here. If it's like before, there should be tools to solve the puzzle. But this time I don't see any of those anywhere. I know the lockers won't open either, so what exactly? Please hurry. So that didn't do us any good whatsoever.
My neck hurts. Someone help.
This is, again, it's a fun mini game, but then we also have to like deal with the fact that like someone's getting choked. Maybe just step on the like, I guess this is what we can do.
Now, where's that switch? I'm looking around here, but there's nothing.
And who knows what'll happen if I step too much further into the room. Crap. Oh my god, what do we do here? I'll save you, Suits and Specs. Gin stepped back into the room. Oh, Gin! No! 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 This room is dangerous. No, 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 it's magnetism. The black plate on the ceiling is pulling at the... Oh my god, no. No way, that's practically like they're being hanged. No, 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 no. Stop this now. Save game, let time pass, observe the situation. What? There is something, what do you mean? Why is there no one else that we, what do you mean there's nothing we can do? Observe the situation? Hayasaka is struggling, I don't know what I should do. What do you mean that's all we have? There's nothing we can do. There is something we can do. What do we do? What the freaking hell? This is all this. So this is literally all we have. Go with this. What do you mean?
I'm telling you, you can't do anything about this.
We've never given up before. If you think about it, surely.
Just saying that doesn't make it true.
No, we need to do something. Something was a mechanical noise. What? Okay. Was it the switch? Did we deactivate the switch and did it also magnetize the ceilings? Are you okay on Gin too? Oh my god, Gin, are you okay? Where's Gin? Hello, can you hear me? Midori? Sorry, the lock control trap was for an execution, see? I didn't intend to use it, but it looks like a malfunction, so it was a malfunction trap. You are dead. The fact that Gin got hurt even a little bit, you are dead. You're gone. I don't care. I will have the strength to kill you. I heard to stop it. Are those two okay? Those two okay? Gin's... Oh my freaking god! Jesus Christ. So he's alive. Oh, goody. We can still play plenty more. Oh, shut up. What an awful man. Someone... Yes, please, check on Gin. Get him somewhere to lie down or something. He hit his head. Oh, my freaking god. Practice hoodie. The wound's minor. I don't care if it's small or I don't care if it's tiny. I know what I said earlier, and I stand by it saying that, like, yes, it's hard to kill anybody. Of course it should be, right? But oh my god, I've never had a bloodlust in my mind like that I've had in this game so far. But if he'd hung for much longer, he would have started to suffocate. He would have died. That was no malfunction. He just wants the dummies to... Huh? What are we doing? So Ranmaru thinks that he did it on purpose. Leave him somewhere? No. If an instructor finds him, he'll... Hayasaki, you carry... I'll carry him! Me? Gin's your boss, right? I'm so angry. I'm so angry. I'll carry Gin and come with you. You better guard him with your life. And I know he went through something as well. I want to make it clear. I don't want to be so bad on Hayasaki here. Right? He obviously went through something as well. I'm just very frustrated, man. That's so freaking... This Midori guy's got to be destroyed. Absolutely just destroyed. It's safer to be in a group too. Understood. I want to destroy this Midori. I'm sorry. He's this little 12-year-old kid got his head slammed off the freaking ceiling. To the point that he went unconscious. I do not give a damn. Midori can come at me with the saddest backstory I've ever heard in my life. He can come at me with the freaking conversation about how like he's been forced to do all this stuff. I will block my ears. I will block my ears, and he is done. I'm very. That's the most frustrated I've been. The poor kid gets. I know people can say, "Well, Cam, what about people died?" Of course. Like obviously, like when So died and when all these characters died and Joe died. Of course, it was horrific. Of course, I was angry then too. I'm just like obviously in the moment. I'm just saying like this is frustrating. It's almost like a phrasing kind of thing, but it's like, yeah. In the moment when we go like, this is the worst feeling I've ever had, but obviously it's not like the worst feeling we've ever had. You get what I'm saying. I think it's even worse as well, right? Because we've lost Joe, because we've lost Nell, because we've lost Kai, because we've lost So, because we've lost these characters, Alice, because we've lost these characters. Whenever something happens to one of our own and one of our characters now, even in the slightest tiny thing, to me, I know about you guys, maybe you guys feel the same. I get flashes of like, oh, they could die. Because we know that characters have died before. So that's why, like, the moment they were getting, like, my heart pounded out of my chest. Because again, this game, I would not put it past this game. This game does not sugarcoat that. It does not pull punches. And even if it was a game over, they'd still show Gin dying, which would have been horrible, Yeah, as I said, it was phrasing. I want to make it clear. Obviously, like, Joe getting absolutely pumped of blood was more anger and more horrific. But of course, in the moment, we're expressing our anger, And I still stand by it. I'm very frustrated with what happened there. We're gonna get Midori. It makes it easier, right? Definitely makes it easier for sure. That sucks so bad. My heart was pounding, man. Because again, all I heard in my head was like, all I saw in my head was like, people have died before, right? You don't know what this game would do. You do not know what this game would do. Oh, Sarah, looks like the elevators are working. Kin, what happened? Oh, here she is.
Don't tell me, Hayasaka.
Relax, okay? Gin's just passed out. Nothing to worry about. Focus on the elevators for now.
It seems they work, but is it really okay to get on them?
There's two of them. Don't tell me, is one a trap? Ha! Ride whichever you like. Try your luck. Which one should I ride? The right or left elevator? Left? I'll take the left one.
Kana will go with you.
Seems kind of unlucky to not choose the one Sarah chose. Oh my god, it's so funny because again, they put so much faith in Sarah that they're kind of like, I kind of want to go in the left one too. Just get on whichever. Let's move. Still beside ourselves with fear, the elevator doors closed on us, and slowly we began to move. Unsure of what awaited us, we moved forward. Huh? Looks like we arrived at instance with the 5th floor now? Hey, long time no see. So you arrived safely too, so both the elevators work. Okay.
What a relief.
Guys, Midori might be on this floor. Be cautious. Right. Yeah. And obviously I stand by what I said earlier when I said, like, I will never take killing something lightly, right? When it's... Because I'm also... While it's me playing, and while, yes, I would love to just rip apart Midori right now, right? We'd love to see Midori get punished for what he just did to Gin and what he just did to Hayasaka 110%, right? And what he's doing in totality, all the stuff they're doing in this game. Everyone who runs the game, you'd love to see him get punished. But I'm also playing as Sarah as well, and I want to protect Sarah's mind and her physical self as well. Even though, as I said, like, I have no problem saying that the people who run this game and the people who are doing all this stuff deserve to be destroyed. Like, that, I'll no problem saying that. But obviously, I hope you understand what I'm saying. Like, I want to always, like, do a case by case with the weight that is on Sarah's head and her heart and all that stuff as well. But that was so scary. That was so scary. There's paper on the ground. Wonder what this is. Is everyone well? I'm getting very bored, so I wrote you this letter. I'll give you a map, so please come meet me soon. What a weird letter. By map does he mean another floor map? Oh, whoa. Is that a classroom? Sure enough, it's a map of this floor. This is where we are now. You can switch between floor maps. Okay, that's good. It's crazy how, like, my mind, like, how that moment just got me so bad. Whoa. Ain't this a school? Attending school feels like it was such a long time ago now. I bet it would. Like, at this stage, after everything gets gone down, you know? It probably feels like the nicest place in the world in a way, you know? Because, you know, before you probably don't like school, especially as a kid. And now you're back in school and you're probably like, oh, well, it's kind of nicer than anything I could hope for. There's a bag on the desk. This is my school bag? For real, should we look inside? Ranmaru opened the bag. What's this dog mascot thing? Yeah. That's... Do we know it? Ranmaru could let me have that? What the hell is it? Is it important? It's okay, Keiji. Oh... Yeah, I just remembered. Keiji, by the way, stepping right into the to make sure Sarah's mind is protected here as well, by the way. Which we've seen the characters do that for each other, like in this game, and it's actually been very, very sweet. When I was searching around the place, by the way, off camera there, just try and find the solution to the last mission, last puzzle there with the paints, or whatever. Also, Ranmaru kind of picked up on it as well, and then let us look at the Joe painting, which was really nice of him. Huh? How mean-spirited to make a copy of it. Do you mean Joe? You know about him? I just heard a little bit. I see. Put it in my pocket, give it to Ranmaru, give it to Keiji. I'll make up for your regrets. The reason why I think I let Sarah take it, right? While it would be sweet to give it to Ranmaru and give it to Keiji to mine for us, I'm not trying to be this thing where it's like, oh, Sarah needs this thing, but I do think that, like, I love her resolve now, and I love how far she's gone. I love her taking this copy of this thing that Joe had instead. And usually, 2 episodes ago or 3 episodes ago, this would have like been the most traumatizing thing she's ever seen. Understandably so. She was in a terrible situation, mentally, and understandably so. But this now is kind of like a symbol of like, no, this thing that usually would scare me, I'm not letting it scare me. In fact, I'm taking it with me. You know. There's a green book. Sure sticks out. Should we take it? No? Okay. What's this on the board? There's a piece of paper stuck to the blackboard. What's this? A consent form. I agreed to... This thing. Oh no, what is it? What? What? What's the matter? Wait, something triggered in all their minds? What in the... Where have I've seen something like this? What just happened? I signed my name? Wait, what? A permission form? And they're all remembering this stuff. Kana also signed her name. Everybody but me is either remembering the past, their memories with Midori. In that case, why am I not? I'm so close to remembering clear. So this something about this has triggered in their brain. But the important part's all is all hazy. Maybe we'll find out if we proceed. Yes. Yeah. So he did say that we would remember stuff, but yeah, it is very interesting that this consent form is something that everyone remembers at the exact same time, right? Very, very interesting. Those moments are very scary as well. I haven't saved in a while. Should I save? What do you guys think? Answer now or I won't save. 67 saves, by the way. Not ashamed. I probably should be doing more. In fact, I think most people be like, yeah, you should do more. Is that a library? Where, oh, we can't go that way, I guess. We have to go around. So if we go over here, we have to go room by room. Hayasaka? What? Guessing Hayasaka's the one finding familiar this time. It's like an office building. Yeah. Only this computer is turned on. This desktop. Maybe there's some sort of information. I looked at the screen and saw an image being displayed. Wait, what? Isn't this a picture of me? That's... What the... There's height, there's weight, and there's some other numbers I don't get. It's almost like a physical exam. What? Can we stop looking at that for now? Hayasaka knows about this? Press him. What's the meaning of this? Hold on, I didn't research this because I wanted it. Wait, so it's on your computer? It's your computer. What's your aim, you damn pervert? Shoot. I'll confess. Well, please. The company I work for deals in medical machinery and information, and because of the job, I got to know... Wait, what? Wait. Your company was working with Asunaro, or you were working at Asunaro? On the surface, Asunaro is an upstanding company that does clean research. Okay. I want to say this right now. This actually makes a lot of sense. If you ever played, like, for example, like, you know, if you ever play any video game that has, like, bio weapons in it, like, most bio weapon companies are, like it might be a pharmaceutical company on the surface. This has happened throughout history where a company may seem more reputable, but they're working at something underneath as well. But I learned that it has another face. Another face? They're connected to a shady business to produce illegal medicines, things of that nature. I even heard a rumor that among those were illegal drugs, euthanizing medicines. I also heard about inhumane research that wasn't to be spoken of. Think about it now, that was probably research into reproducing humans. Jesus Christ, dude. And so you just give them my information? Yeah, what is about that? Why are we on this? Not just yours. Wait, so you knew this all along, that you were made to get information on everybody here? You knew this all along? Bastard, don't tell me that covers us too. I didn't know. I had no idea they'd do what they do if I resisted. Dude, I totally get that fear. I totally get that. And again, I want to say, like, putting yourself in someone else's shoes is always very important, because while right now I'm saying this right now in my books, right, and there's certain things I will say, like, cold end of facts. If I, like, did this, I would not be able to sleep at night, and I'd know that, so I just wouldn't do this, right? I know, like we said, we can't put yourself in your shoes, like, and but I think it's different between, like, say, like, would you press a button to have yourself killed, or would you give someone's information to somebody else as well? Like, I feel like, again, I do want to acknowledge that even though right now I'm saying, like, I wouldn't do it, and I know I wouldn't do it, in my heart I wouldn't do it, right? I also want to acknowledge that there is an opening all the time for, like, fear and what you would do in a certain situation. But this is one of those situations where I feel like, you know, it's a conscious decision where I know that as I'm typing up this information or giving this information, about to send it, I think to myself, I will not be able to sleep at night ever again, so I'm just going to not do it. You know what I mean? That kind of way. I'm not trying to be like, I'm upstanding and I wouldn't do this, because I think it's like, yeah, I think this is wrong. I think this is completely wrong. Even if, like, it's one of those things where, like, people are, like, encroaching on you and you're scared of them. But again, I always want to leave, like, a wiggle room to say, like, how scared was he? How scary was the situation? Their power's too immense. It's hardly even exaggeration to say they control the dark side of society. What'd you use this data for? Depending on your answer, I may just have to kick your ass right here. So when he says dark side of society, he's saying that they that's controlling much more than we even thought they control. They control a lot here. Stop.
What are you doing, Meow?
Gin.
Why am I being carried around?
Oh, Gin woke up. I'm so glad you're awake, Gin. So glad. Sorry. You okay?
Good for you, Student Specs. You stopped the ceiling trap. Meow.
Gin. Oh, he doesn't even know that he was a part of it because he got flung up and got knocked out right away. We're able to stop it thanks to you, Gin.
I knew it. You should be grateful.
Yeah, everyone be grateful right now. This is my boy. This is my boy. Thanks, Gin. Took the wind out of my sails. As much as, like, again, giving people's information out like this to, like, a shady company is absolutely horrific, right? Beating the hell out of Hayasaka right now is not going to do a single thing. It's not going to do a single thing. He knows what he did is wrong, right? We know what he did was wrong. If, let's say we, like, start beating the crap out of him going, like, why'd you give information? It's like, yeah, like, in the real world, it would have been a thing where, like, yeah, we could do this or whatever, but, like, what is that going to do? What good is that going to do us beating the living crap out of him? Yeah, it might make us feel better a little bit, but the fact is, like, again, as I said, in my heart of hearts, I say to myself, I would not do this in any way, shape, or form. But in this game, I always leave wiggle room open to say, well, if this dark, shady organization that could kill me in a moment's notice was saying, like, hey, just give me this information on people, what way would you react? You know what I mean? What way would you react? But I know in my heart of hearts that I feel like I wouldn't, you know? But then again, I don't want to act like I'm better than other people in that, you know what I mean? I'm saying that I wouldn't, and it's completely immoral and absolutely horrible, and, you know, it's something I would not be able to sleep at night. But also, I have never been in a situation where someone is, like, someone could kill me. You know what I mean? In a moment's notice, if I don't give, like, information on something. Yeah. It's hard to explain, isn't it? It's hard to say it because we don't want to say it, right? We don't want to say that, like, in those moments, would we be weaker than Hayasaka? You know what I mean? Would we crumble? It's hard to say because it feels kind of weird to say. Well, what I'm saying is my final stance, as we put like an end on it there, a little bookend on it, I would not be able to sleep at night if I did it. And I know that. And that's one of the reasons why, like, in those moments I couldn't do it. It's just because I know for a fact that afterwards, like, my life will be over. Like, my life, it's like, oh, you'd be dead if you did it, but yeah, my life would be over if I did this anyway. If I give people's information to a shady organization that's known for doing horrible stuff, like, I wouldn't be able to live. I wouldn't be able to go to the store without crying. You know what I mean? Like, my life would be over as it is. It really just would be, in my view. I've been saved.
I'm the leader, meow. It's only natural. Oh, poor Gin.
You're a big man, Gin. Come here and show me that wound.
Kind of think my head kind of hurts. Did something, did do something, Buster Gorilla.
Oh, poor Gin. I was nearly scratched by my allies there. All thanks to Gin, he seems fond of you.
Is he really? Even though he calls me suit and specs.
Maybe it's because of that, in fact. When we first got here, there was someone else in the suit and glasses. Mishima, so maybe he in his mind as a kid, he like associates the idea of suit and glasses with someone who is supportive and someone who is like, you can look up to. Yes, I that could be it. That definitely could be it. Especially when like it's like, oh, if reputable people wear glasses, reputable people have suits. He's a kid, you know. But he died, killed with his collar. That's such an interesting take on this. Still not sure where his head is now, even now. Oh dear. Thinking from Gin's perspective, it was the first time he'd seen a person. He'd had conversations with Dai before his eyes. Could he have been saved? Maybe he had regrets like that. Is Gin associating me with him? I think he definitely is, and that's why he tried to protect me because he doesn't want another person to die as well. He remembers the Mishima stuff in his mind. Poor Gin, man. That's so sweet and so sad. Maybe so. What an idiot. He nearly died over that for the sake of someone he barely even knows. It's an interesting phrase to say for the sake of someone you barely even know, right? But I feel like Gin is like the nicest and purest form of like what we all want to be, right? You know? Because to me in my mind it's like, it don't matter if you don't know someone, you still want them to be safe, right? But again, not everyone is that brave. But for Gin to be that brave is so beautiful, you know? When I'm not human anymore. Doesn't seem that matters. Paramaru, yeah, he's taking a liking to Hayasaka. Let's go. You don't want to get separated. Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, it's actually a very adorable thing from Gin. It is. It's very adorable. And again, as I said, this thing here, there's no point harping on it anymore. As I said, it's not going to do us any good to like punish Hayasaka for this right now and talk about this. Yeah, is it like an absolutely horrible thing that happened? 110%. Is giving someone's information to an evil organization horrible? Yes, it is. But like punching the head off Hayasaka right now isn't going to do a damn thing. Sitting here and lecturing about how bad he did here isn't going to do a damn thing because I'm fairly sure he understands exactly how bad this was. And also, Gin would never forgive us as well, so, you know. Yellow book. On the back it says, please return on time. So that's another book. We have a red book and a yellow book. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? I hope it doesn't sound like I'm sitting here like, you know, trying to be super judgmental. I'm just trying to always give it from my perspective what I feel in that moment and always have the wiggle room of understanding that when a person is scared and backed into a corner, they act in ways that like you wouldn't usually expect them to act. No clues here. But that doesn't mean like, again, as I always say, we call out things when we need to call out things. We always do. But we then also try to like look at things from all perspectives when we can as well. The shelves are full of documents and medical supplies. The shelves are full of documents and medical supplies. Are they? That's what you say. So we can move to the next room, maybe? So, okay, maybe the books go here. It's a library. It looks like a library. Yeah. So many books. It's a library? Pretty complex for a library. It's like a maze. Just follow the map and don't go any weird directions. You won't get lost, alright? So we have a green book, a red book, and the blue book. I know where the green book is. I know where the other book is as well. I know where the red book is. And we have another color that was just in the room there as well. There's an unnatural gap in the red books. There's an unnatural gap in the green books. There's an unnatural gap in the yellow books. So, can we go back and get the book now? Because I know there's a few places where we can get a book here. So, the yellow book. Wait, can we not get it yet? Maybe we have to trigger something else. Because I know there's a green book in the classroom, there's a yellow book here, and there's a red book down in the room from below in the instructor's room. Maybe we can't just do it yet. Maybe we have to like explore other things first. Possibly. That's fine. Again, we talk about trigger points all the time in games, right? We talked about that recently. It's actually just a very video gamey thing that I don't mind. It doesn't take me out of it one bit. Oh man, what? Is this a police booth? Oh, it's, yeah, police box they're called. Yeah, they're a thing. They're not everywhere in the world, but I believe they are a thing in Japan. where they're like a smaller booth where you can go and contact the police. They're really like smaller police stations that are like closer to residential areas sometimes too. So like people, it's a way to like improve safety. So at all times there's like a police booth like nearby. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what they are. A police box, I should say.
Kind of makes my heart pound to visit here, yeah?
You do a little bit of so if it's okay if you're doing some shady stuff, then none of my business. It depends on the shady stuff, of course, but inside the police box is pitch black.
Not even a single desk. It's completely empty.
There's a police car, a parked police car. Doubt there's any fuel. The door's open though.
Oh, there's a license sitting on the seat.
What? Oh no! Is it? Oh, is it your license? Sure enough, this must be the place of memories of your friendly policeman. So there's places of memories, it seems, for some characters here. So this is his place of memories? And the last one seemed like it was a place of memories for Hayasaka. If we need memories, guess I gotta tell you now. You remember the story I told you about why I wanted to be a policeman? Yes. Oh my god, baby KG. Yo, kiddo, you hurt yourself again? No way, it's a patrolling geezer. Both of them are adorable. I usually prefer policemen. Okay, I'm not a geezer.
Leave me alone. I just tripped.
Oh my god, baby KG is adorable. What a fibber. You got in a fight, right? I saw it happen. Drop in the police box. We got tasty coffee. Handsome. So that's why you started punching. Oh my god, he's so tiny. It's baby KG. And he got like a big head as well, which is even cuter. I mean, those guys are making fun of me. Fist of Justice, eh? I'm fond of it, but that's not really nice. Very nice.
Why not? I was in the right, wasn't I?
Exactly. The more right you are, the less reasons to stop you from throwing hands, right?
But cops use force to stop criminals, right?
At times, sure. Well now, kiddo. Could it be you want to be a policeman?
So what if I do?
Well, did you see your friendly policeman and want to become one too?
That a problem?
Huh? Kiddo, no, KG, I got something nice for you.
Huh?
Mr. Policeman's good luck charm.
The thing you're always carrying ain't important?
Oh my god, I can't believe how adorable baby KG is. It'd be trouble if I lost it.
I don't want it. And like, this isn't this thing meant as a wish for a safe childbirth?
Because policeman's gonna be a dad soon. Let's do this, KG. When you become a policeman, come bring this back to me.
Huh?
Duty calls. Come visit sometime, KG. And don't leave your coffee next time.
Hey, I can't make any promises.
I got hopes up for you. That's very somber, isn't it? So yeah. That's very somber. Because to me, like, here's the thing, right? Like, it makes the story of KG, you know, doing, I don't know if this will get flagged on YouTube if I say so. I might just, like, separate the words, but, like, and say something else. Law enforcement, ... boop ba doop ba doop ba doop ba doo. And I don't mean to make a joke about it. I'm just trying to not get flagged by YouTube, by the way. Brutality, right? Where he shot his gun and murdered somebody. This is what happened, right? And I'm not here saying, like, as we said at the time, KG knows he did something wrong. We're also not here giving sympathy to the idea of what KG did, right? We're not doing that. But I'm saying that the story is absolutely depressing, like, you know, seeing how he wanted to become a police officer and how he wanted to, like, you know, be like this person that he met that helped him out in this moment. And that's probably why, as well, as someone pointed out in the comments as well, in the very, very amazing comment, that KG wanted to be punished as well, but his boss didn't punish him. And like, so he was then in this position where he wasn't getting punished and he wanted to be punished. And so not only did he, like, kind of betray the idea of what he wanted to do in terms of, like, helping people out and saving people and, like, protecting people, he then wasn't even given the gratitude of, like, being able to be punished for what he did, because he wasn't punished for what he did. Yes, he's an ex-detective, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it makes the story even, like, more depressing. It really does. When you see, like, how he desperately wanted to become a police officer from a kid, he looked up to this guy, and he probably feels like he let that guy down as well, or at least let himself down. 100%. As I said, as he should. Like, it is a horrible situation, and that's his whole story, is the fact that like he should have been punished, he never was punished, and he has to live with that forever now because he wasn't punished, you know? You owned up on your own for once. Must have had good memories here. You must have some good memories associated with this place. It's an important place. It sounds like it did change the trajectory of his life. Well, and here I was sure this was a copy of the place I wound up after my violent outburst.
What an awful memory in comparison.
So, I'm probably going to end the video here. But yeah, really powerful sequence there. And I think this whole episode has been full of like unbelievably powerful like sequences as well. I'm going to save the game here. As I said, like, I think what I really like about Your Turn to Die is that this game never tells you that you need to, that anyone's like a morally perfectly upstanding person, that everyone's going to be a perfect person. And I'm not, by the way, I'm making clear, this isn't me saying like, oh, KG killed someone as a cop and I'm being like, nobody's perfect. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the game is creating characters that aren't these upstanding people all the time. That aren't these people that you can look up to and think are just absolutely amazing and perfect. Not that you can in like other, because again, the comparison I always do is like Danganronpa and Ace Attorney, right? They also do a fantastic job of like making sure like not every, like characters that you will have in court cases, like for example, there's like literally like a case that I did recently where there was a murderer who we still felt sorry for in the end because they had like this thing that happened, you know, and all this stuff too, and they had this like emotional upbringing and all this stuff as well. It doesn't change the fact of what they did. But the game never tries to sugarcoat and be like, this person's a good person, this person's amazing. They're giving you a character who is kind of like unbelievably flawed, can be a bad person. They're not telling you to feel any certain way. They're not telling you to care about this person in a certain way. They're giving this character, and however you react to it is how you react to it, right? They're not here to justify KG and to make his law enforcement time more tragic on him than it was on the person that he killed. That's not what it is. It's more tragic in terms of in the situation as a whole, where it's like, oh my god, this is horrible, and it gets even more horrible knowing that he wanted to be this upstanding cop and truly believed in the idea of justice and all this stuff too, and he betrayed himself as he got older. In that way, you know what I mean? 110%. But it's not me sitting here going like, oh yeah, like, you know, oh, nobody's perfect. No, it's like, no, he did. And again, even like me doing the voice there, like, it's a real horrible thing that happens in real life, and it's something that does happen and gets swept under the rug all the time. So I don't ever mean to do like the voice or whatever. I'm just trying to make fun of like anyone who would think I was doing that. Yeah, like, it's a really horrible situation. And the thing is as well about like the character, as you said, like the characters not being perfect characters, not just like they're not perfect characters. It's the fact that we have like someone like Hayasaka who openly admitted to giving our information to this Eve Onisaru, this organization. And the thing is as well, as I said, that is another action that is absolutely abhorrent. It is. It's a horrible thing, like giving your information. Because again, you know, people, we can acknowledge all the time, as I said, like every single time that we're also, we like to think we'd be brave in certain situations. We don't know how we act in certain situations. But we can't also deny certain actions too, right? Of course. It's one of those things where, like, for example, like, and this is not comparable in any way, shape, or form, but I'm comparing it anyway, even though it's like an example of like how we would do this. It's not comparable. It's not the same action. It's not in the same level. Kotaro giving crap to Gin and shouting at Gin and kind of pushing Gin, right? We can in that moment be like, Kotaro, stop it. You're being awful, right? But then afterwards we can acknowledge like, okay, like Kotaro is a flawed human being. And again, that's different. Obviously, I want to make it clear that's different from like what KG's done and what Hayasaka's done. They all have done different actions of different severity, right? 110%. It's like on a different level completely. But I'm trying to say is that we can go. We will always call things out in this game. We will also like not let people off the hook. We will not let people just like make it into like, you know, because again, the saddest part of KG's story, just end of, and the most horrible part of KG's story is that a life that didn't deserve to die was snuffed out that day. Someone was murdered that day. That's the saddest part of the story at the baseline, right? So we're never trying to like justify anything or trying to make it be like, oh, poor KG in that moment. That's not what we're trying to do here. We're acknowledging every single action. We're calling stuff out, but then we're also talking about the situation at hand. The situation surrounding Hayasaka. It's like we can go like this. This is where we look at it. The baseline. What he did was bad. Giving information to an evil organization, bad. Okay, he was threatened into this stuff as well. Are we saying like, oh, that absolves all the other stuff? No, we're saying like we're understanding where that came from. And then we can also say, how would we act in this situation, right? And all that way too. We can look at things as a situation rather than just like, you know, one thing. The same thing with KG. It's like we at the baseline say someone got murdered that day. It cannot be forgiven. It cannot be looked over. It cannot be something that we can like not acknowledge. And then we look at the second part where it's like, then we look at the situation, and it's not a forgiveness thing. It's not us going like, oh, KG's actually really, good now. It's us saying that like, oh, the situation is also horrible because we can look at it from the perspective of like KG wanted to be this good cop who looked up to this person and ended up like defying his reason for justice and his reason for being a cop. And then he wasn't even given the courtesy of a punishment, right? So he had to live with this for the rest of his life, with this idea of like, oh, I've never been punished. I have to live with the fact that I killed somebody and murdered somebody, and I never got the closure on like, did I do, because the thing is like, it's like, I'm not saying punishments make it better, but I'm saying like, in his mind, he's feeling, I didn't get punished for this. It's so difficult in that sense. Just to talk about that as well, and I just make that whole scene with the older cop there makes the situation even worse and more sad and melancholic and horrible. It really, really does. So in this episode, we got to like pair off with like our characters, like truly got to pair off with our characters, and I really like Ranmaru. I think he's a really interesting character. I know he doesn't talk a lot, but I think it's like really sweet how he was kind of like shaking when we held his hand, and like how he clearly very much like is, I think, one of the cooler characters we've had in this game as well. And it was kind of interesting, like, I think, pairing off with him. And, like, seeing this obstructor in that pink room was another absolutely interesting scene as well, where there are obstructors in this game, but they're not obstructing us in the same way that other characters might. While some obstructors would try to kill us, this obstructor was more giving us a space to kind of, like, express ourselves. And it's interesting that, like, we drank the tea and we got to talk about all this stuff and talk about our feelings and understand our feelings. And I think it is, like, a really, really, interesting thing to have like a room where people can talk things out and discuss things, and because I think I wonder if it's a thing that only two people can enter at any one time. So I wonder if it's a thing where like we can't go in there at the same time that Reiko and Muscle Guy goes in. You know what I mean? I wonder if it's a thing like that. But yeah, it's a really interesting concept, and all of it's a really interesting concept. And also the exploration in this game is always fantastic. So even when I was stuck searching around the place where we were looking at the lockers, we got to have like, yeah, we were stuck at times, but we got to have some really interesting conversation with the characters as well, right? We got to discuss things with characters we liked and things like that as well. And like, we got to, see more of like all these characters' personalities. And that's a really special thing. It's a really fun thing because the characters are so well written that every single time a character opens their mouth, even for a small quip, I'm like, I want to hear what they have to say. I'm never bored with what they have to say as well. We kind of started off in the photo room as well, where we found out that Midori is also like this like talking painting. Or no, he's not a talking painting, he was like talking through his screen. And he's still trying to scare us all the time here. And he has expressed that like, our memories have been kind of like changed here. We do have a memory of being with Midori before. We do have a memory of this place before, which would kind of make sense, right? To me, that makes sense. Because you see different things triggering in our mind. Later on, we see the permission slip, but I think one of the main things that triggers something in our mind was when So saw Midori and ran, right? These stuff do trigger in our minds, and I think that's what would happen with like memory loss in real life, right? Where it's like different things will be like, wait, I know this is something, but I don't know exactly what it is. But I think that's exactly what they're going for with this, is like showing that like there is some connection that these characters have to this place, but we don't know exactly what it is at this moment. But I really do like that they're kind of like giving us like a little bit of an inkling every time. We're kind of like, do we know exactly what's happening here? Are we sure? Are we not sure? It's like these little things that go on here like that is really, it's mysterious. Like, what do we know about this place? What does everybody know? We know that like we see more connection. Like we saw the permission slip. We saw that like at one point Hayasaka was selling information or giving information, not even selling, giving information under duress to this company on Asaru. And something about, again, this whole place is triggering in our mind. They also have these like memory locations. For us, I think it was the classroom, right? Our school bag was there. The stuff with Joe was there. For Hayasaka, we had the freaking room with the office building, right? And again, they're trying to stir crap up, factually so, when they put that information of Sarah right on the computer, right? Because in that moment, here's the thing. It did not help this situation whatsoever to learn this at this moment. Yes, do we deserve to know? Of course. Do we deserve to know what happened to ourselves and our information? Yes, we have a right to know our information was sold to a company. Of course, right? But it doesn't help the situation in any way, shape, or form. It just adds more suspicion and more of a monkey wrench in the works, right? It adds a spanner in the works. It puts gasoline on a fire, right? And what I think that So was like not doing it in a cruel way, but So was kind of the person in the last part was putting all the gasoline on the fire, on the embers. I think this time around, Midori is a character who is like it's like if you took So, made So vindictive and evil, and then turned them up to 25 on a 10 scale, you would get Midori, right? I don't think they're the same characters. I don't think they're similar in terms of like their personality and their feelings and stuff like this, but I do think, because they made the comparison right in a way, but I do think that there is a thing with them where he is as I said, the gasoline on our embers. He is that person that's like lighting things up now. And of course the game itself, as we saw there, that whole thing on the computer was just to rile us up. It was to question Hayasaka, 110%. I think the police box room, I think they probably expected Keiji to hold it in and be more secretive, but Keiji was actually very open with us this time, and I think that's probably, again, showing the growth of Keiji over time. He's already told us about the murder, so maybe he can open up about other things now as well. I love the scene where Sarah picks up the doll, the toy, the dog toy, because I think that, again, the reason why I took it was because I think that Sarah has grown so much in this game. She's not, I want to say this, whenever I say the word, I always use the wrong word sometimes where I say like the word like broken or cured, because I feel like ever calling someone broken feels horrible, right? And whenever I say it, I think it's just, something we said like when we were like, growing up or somewhere, we get it from TV shows, but like you learn as you get older, you don't want to call someone who's like going through a mental health stuff and trauma, you're broken. It just doesn't feel right. But there is a thing where like she was in a situation where she wasn't able to function properly in this world and not even able to think about Joe. But now the reason I took the toy was because I wanted it to be kind of like a thing for Sarah to be like, this is beautiful to me now. This represents my best friend in the whole world. And also, I feel like it's also sticking it to the people who make the game, because they put that there 110% to make Sarah go like, oh, again. So instead of us taking it as kind of as being like, didn't work, buddy. Didn't work whatsoever. But yeah, that's like kind of like where where my head was at with that situation as well. And there are like obviously dropping hints that we would like remember more of the stuff here, and there's some stuff here that we have to kind of like figure out as well about our memories. But yeah, that's why I took the dog toy, and I think it was probably the best choice to take the dog toy in that moment as well, the dog pin or whatever. Yeah, it's a really like interesting section. The section where like Hayasaka and Gin got trapped off the ceiling, got slammed off the ceiling. It was so effective. And again, I'm going to look back at the video and probably be like, oh my God, I was getting a bit, because I felt very frustrated at the time, because for me, as always, it's one of those things where like I've had it throughout the years, and I said this last time too, where someone will say to me like every once in a while, Calvin, it's just a game. And it's like, that's no fun to think about games like that. You know what I mean? I remember I played Danganronpa and people would be like, why are you bringing morals into this? It's just a game. And it's like, I don't want to play a game where I have to go like, when I'm holding the controller going, okay, man, I'd be so angry at this character if they were real. It's like, no, like it's a story that's meant to make you feel emotions and stuff. And yeah, you can play games however you want and you don't have to feel that way. But for me, like, it's an enjoyable experience. While in the moment, I am terrified, I'm scared, I'm unhappy, I'm sad or whatever. It's one of those things where like not even a year from now, I stop recording and I edit and I go like to, later on in bed or something, I'll be like, man, that scene with Gin was effective. And I don't like to talk, like at the time, like you don't want to talk about it as effective, because like all I was thinking at the time was like, I was thinking about all the people that died so far. I was thinking about, could they do this right now? Would they do this right now? Is it going to be a game over? Would they do something to Gin and Hayasaka at this moment? My heart stopped in that moment because all I could think about was the people that died before. Afterwards, when it was all said and done, I was like, oh my God, that's an effective way of doing that, right? That's so effective. It's the same thing with the scare last time with Midori. When Midori scared us in the box, at that time, I was terrified, but I quickly realized, like afterwards, I was like, man, that's so effective, right? And that's a good feeling. I'm not saying it's a good feeling that what happened again. I'm saying that like, you get what I'm saying, where it's like I cried over Soul last time. I can equally parts go, this is a devastating moment and such a sad moment, but then also after I'm finished recording and I'm editing all the stuff too, I can say to myself, man, isn't it incredible that I can feel connected to a game like this, that I can be scared of what happened again, that I can be scared of Midori, that I can be so sad about what happened to So and now and Joe and all this stuff. To me, that is like a beautiful thing in a way. It's the same thing with like when I played Persona 4 Golden for the first time, and at the end of the playthrough on my Vita, I remember specifically, I had my Vita on the ground as the credits were rolling by, you know what I mean? I had my eyes, my head was on my arm as tears were rolling down my face. And, in the moment, I want the tears to stop, right? I'm like, oh my God, this is painful. But then afterwards, when everything calms down, the feeling is, aren't I lucky that I got to experience something like this? That a game can make me feel this way. Isn't that incredible? Like, it's such an incredible feeling. It really is. But But yeah, it was a very frustrating moment, but it led to like something very beautiful, which is me easing up on Hayasaka a little bit, because I was a bit suspicious of him a little bit. I don't know why. Maybe it was just because like he was a bit shady at the start. But it's actually a really beautiful writing thing for the game to have Gin look up to Hayasaka and kind of like see him as someone to like that represents Mishima. Because again, Mishima is a character in Gin's mind who was like this very reputable person. He probably was very honest with Gin and very kind of like protective of Gin. He was protective of Now as well. So this idea of an association in his mind of like suit glasses. Okay, I don't want Mishima to die again, and also I can trust this character because it's like Mishima. That is something that kids do, right? It's like you're kind of like my mom. You know what I mean? I gotta trust you. You look kind of like my mom. And that's like why kids are like, you know, need to be protected obviously more as well, for sure. It to me is like a really powerful, how do I say it? Like moment, and a really great moment for Gin in as well with the stuff with Hayasaka. Because it's very cute, of course. It's cute having Gin being like, I'm the one who is like, you know, you're the boss of you, and I'm going to protect you, right? But that obviously has a deeper meaning of like him not wanting Hayasaka to die. Really powerful stuff, really special stuff, and I actually really, really like that as well. Super, super enjoyable. Yeah, like, I really love this episode. I think it's one of those things where, like, this game is absolutely incredible. It's insane how good this game is, and I think that, like, if I'm just being real with you guys, I think that, like, my channel has a lot of things that, like, it strives with. Like, I love playing, like, fun games like Tomodachi Life, and I love playing all, like, these other type of, like, you know, sometimes playing an action game. But I feel like, maybe you guys agree, I don't know, but, like, I feel like some of my favorite parts of the channel is when we get to just, like, really get deep into a story-based game. We get to live with these characters for a bit. And that's why, after we're finished with this game, and I'm going back to Return to Die, that's why I'm so excited for Your Turn to Die. You know what I mean? That we get to like play that as well, you know? And eventually we're going to play Clair Obscura as well too. Like we get to like get deep into a story. And that to me is a special thing. It's a really special thing. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. I think this is such a great episode. Not like my episode was great, like I made a great episode. I'm talking about the contents of the video. Like I think I'm like really like growing attached to Ranmaru already. I think all the new characters are really interesting and really funny. Some of them are like just a little bit like frustrating, but like of course that's going to happen too. But I really do enjoy the new cast and all the stuff that's happening here as well. It's a very interesting part of the story too. And the exploration is always great in this game too, so that's a really big bonus. But I will say, if you want to see these videos early, you can see them on YouTube members or on Patreon for €1 or whatever is in your currency. And that is on YouTube members and on Patreon at the lowest tier. If you want to see your name in the text credits, which is going by right now, and that is €10 or whatever is in your currency as well. And it's always very, very, I'm always very grateful to see that as well. And if you want to hear your name read out at the end of every single video, that is €15 or whatever that is in your currency also as well. So I want to say thank you so much for all my patrons, and I want to say thank you to the patrons at the highest tier first, the patrons first, that being Typharo2, Jamie Bull, Jana the Banana, The Ghost of Inazuma, Felicius Felix, Yuld, Anusta, Assassin, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Leon, Hykisperian, Neo Showerite, Leah 200, Malcolm Kunde, and at the highest tier of my YouTube members, Blasco and Musanagi. See you guys soon. Bye-bye!